did it right this time today. Hopefully. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check on the iPad and make sure I'm on. Looks like it from up here. That was crazy yesterday. Welcome to Sunday, the 2nd of June. My hair is cray. It's American Indian Citizenship Day. It is I Love My Dentist Day. Do any of you love your dentist? Since I got my store-bought teeth, I don't have to go to a dentist anymore. Yay! I did love my dentist, though. I did. National Child's Day, National Bubba Day, good old boy day. And the food holidays are Rocky Road and rotisserie chicken. Yum, yum. 2 things I like. How about y'all? What is in your cup and what is on your hooks and or needles? Yeah, I did it. I started another project, but it's the Agatha's Reading Shawl. And I've just got to start. Just to start with this crazy yarn. So ugly, y'all. But one of y'all said it works up pretty. So we gonna see. If it does, if it's ugly, it'll still keep you warm. Ain't that cool? It's from Ophelia Talks. Anya is her name. And it's called the Agatha's Reading Shawl. And the link is on my community tab. It is. All right, I still don't have myself up here. Have y'all up here where I can see who's here at the house. Who is here at Granny's, which actually Granny is still at her brother's house. Hey, Soila, my darling, what would I do without you? And lots of my other mods. Hey, Shuggy Pat. Shuggy Pat. And Maureen, I saw that. She's saying howdy, all you lovely little squirrels. She's going to be lurking and working. Be sure to hit those thummy buttons on the way in, she says. Thank you so much, Maureen. And I looked, and the Twisted Fiber friends are going to be on Cocktails and Crochet with Coco. Going to be on her channel, so we will scroll right over there. And also, Scraptastic Crocheter, our bougie Amanda, will be on after me as well. So we can scroll right to both those places. And Nana Michelle is here. She says, hi, everyone listening and lurking on this chilly, cloudy day. Perfect for crochet. It is cloudy here, and it had just started drizzling. I'm outside about all the time that I can be. I just love it out there. I got some really nice tanned knees. Just from the end of my long Bermuda shorts to the tops of these sexy compression hose. About this much of my leg in the middle is nice and tanned. It's pretty. Oh, my gracious. Hey, Darcia. Hey, Michael. Tracy Swan. Hello. Hello to all you lovely people. And Flower Tammy. Hugs back to you, sweetheart. Good to see you as well. Catbird. Saying hey to me and all the chatty squirrels as she does. And there's our lovely Karen Y. Greeting all of us. She's a darling. Got me this cubby unit and 2 more. 2 more. That was amazing. She is amazing like that. Lillian, hey, sweetie, I'm so sorry I missed you the other day. I get to talking and I miss folks when they come in. Mary Winter is here. saying hey to everybody. Everybody's greeting one another as y'all do. Antonio is here. Pandemonium Express says hello to me and happy Sunday to you and yours. And he finished an ear warmer and finally making some progress on a blanket. So you go, dude. We have the trivia that we need to finish. We did half of it yesterday. We'll do the other half today. It's about men and knitting, either associated with it in some way or who knit themselves. And I want us to talk about guys that we know who are into fiber, like Michael, like Antonio, like Joseph, like Miguel. And there's a lot of guys that are into it these days, and I'm so glad. Yay, Sugie Pat's proud of me. I bet you finished at least one by now, right? Oh, I asked y'all, I think I asked you what was in your cup. I'm pretty sure I did. What's in my cup is the usual. What I've been drinking is so good. The only thing about it is that it's caffeine free, and y'all know I like caffeine, but why? It does not keep me awake. It probably does the opposite since I do have ADD. But what I do sometimes if I want to add some caffeine to it is just throw in some black tea bags. But lately I've just been not using the caffeine because, like I said, I think it has the adverse effect on me. You know how they used to talk about giving kids with ADHD, and as far as I know, I don't have the H part. I need the H part. I need to be hyper. I get a lot more done. But anywho, they used to give it to kids, coffee to kids that were diagnosed with ADHD because it had the adverse effect on it. It would calm them down. I can't imagine kids liking coffee though. Howdy, Paula. Panda says thumbs, not bums. Yo, LOL. Soila said the Agatha shawl turns out beautifully. So you've done one already too? It's fun to do. It's just a 2-row repeat. And you can just do it in 1-row repeat if you don't want to add these boxes here on the side. And actually, I was going to just do the 1-row repeat. And I thought, do something like you're supposed to. It's just 2 rows. So I actually was supposed to start these boxes before I did, but it's all right. So you can do the boxes on the side. She calls them boxes or not. And I just picked this up. Yeah, I did. So here's the, I think it's is it a skinny cut? No, it's a cinnamon swirl. It's ugly. I don't know what in the world I was thinking when I got that color. Sis Ola said, oh my, that's too many colors for her. Citrus twist. But one of y'all said it works up better than it, looks in the skein or the cake. And you're probably saying you were the one that said it. One of you did. Thank you, Sola, as always, for putting up all the links you put up and my affiliate links there to Sashka. These bracelets, I love Sashka and Darn Good Yarn, not only for their products, but I do love their products, but because it's like giving to a favorite charity, helping ladies in third world countries get good jobs to help them and their family. Connie's here, just another stitch. It says, howdy, GrannyDee. How am I doing today? I'm doing great. She's working. I sprang for a Starbucks today, sitting out on on the ramp drinking a Starbucks and eating a limp piece of lemon pound cake. Oh my Lord, is that pound cake ever good? And the latte was good too. I tell you, that DoorDash has spoiled me. Yeah, it cost you a few extra dollars, but to me, it's worth it to get service out here in the country. I don't make a habit of it, but that's the first time, like I say, I've done a Starbucks. And Miss Connie, just another stitch, says she's working on Bod's Twilight After Sunset shawl, and she plans to knit next week. She's still trying to reach her 2,500 milestone, and she still needs more watch hours. So if we could help Connie just another stitch with that, let's do that. And Connie, I'll try to remember to put your playlist on to run. One of your playlists or some of your playlists. Howdy, Zach. He's off today. Yay. I know you said you got 2 days to hang out with us. So Sunday and Monday. Woohoo. Of course, y'all know Hannah was going to come today. Y'all know something came up. She's puppy sitting. So she says tomorrow, but I don't know. But if I am not going to be here, you know to check my community tab. Unless I do like I did yesterday and flub up and think I'm live and I'm not. But I'm really checking that now. So hopefully that won't happen again. Oh, look, Lillian gave us a super chat. Thank you so much, my dear. Let's give you a proper thanks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And everybody's telling each other howdy do. And Connie says howdy to all her amazing yarny friends. She's asking how y'all doing. Paula's asking how's everybody. And Pat Dancer, Shiggy Pat, saying hey to all the squirrels coming in. Sula said, Karen, why that was so sweet of her, wasn't it? Beyond sweet. Amazing. And Connie says the rain has her coughing and wheezing a lot today. Oh no, finally getting it to calm down. Well, let's say a couple prayers for Miss Connie too, that she will stop doing that coughing and that wheezing will go away. Hey, Deb from Deb's Crochet and Knit Cafe. How are you, sweetheart? I'm hoping things are getting better for you. I know you said you had it tough for a while. And Antonio says, yeah, guy power. Right? And you know, this month is the month for Father's Day and Pride Month and probably all kinds of stuff. But I just think we ought to take today to talk about the fellas that fiber. The fellas in the fiber world. And Karen said, so I just wanted to help our GrannyDee return to the squirrel's nest sooner. It's another reason I want Hannah to get over here. I can actually get through now that Sarah has made a path, but oh my gosh. Like I said, after being in places, the hospital, the nursing home, and my brother's place where it's not looking like a yarn store that blew up, threw up, whatever, I think it'll get on my last nerve just looking at all that mess. But anyway, we'll do what we have to do. And Antonio says, caffeine stopping people from slapping other people since forever. That's your ad. LOL, he says. And Sola says, Karen Y needs her community tab. We need to make sure we help her out there. Please take a look at all these links that Sola is dropping. I appreciate it. And any of the links that any of the other mods drop, if anybody wants their link dropped and it's not already being dropped, type CC and maybe one of the other moderators will help with that since Sola is awful busy with all she's got going on already. Aunt Connie just in the stitch said she had coffee but drank it. Now it's strawberry mango drink mix in her water. That sounds actually pretty good. Mama knows best, aka Gwen. Hello, darling. She says, hello, beautiful humans. And Laura's here from Laura's Block Ministry. Good to see you, darling. I've missed you. Shuggy Pat says, Sugar Plum, I'm a third of the way through. Hers is made with a silver gray. So it's all one color. I bet that's purty. Connie said she used to drink coffee as a kid and then she wouldn't touch it. And then she went back to coffee in her 30s. Michelle D, hello, saying hey to me and all in the chat. And Yo Glow is here. G-L-O-R-I-A, Gloria is in the house. House. Maureen says, my crochet story, she sees that 24 are watching, but only 21 thumbs. She says, which one of you little squirrels ran in here without hitting your little thumb? Saying that run in here. This morning I woke up and guess what was hopping? Big clue. On the carpet in this room. You almost couldn't see it. It was camouflaged. It's one of them little tiny tree frogs. So cute. I had to say, Buck, get in here, bring a cup. And then he brought a folder in. So after he put the cup over the frog, which was leaping all around, but he finally got it cornered and got it on top of him. Then I said, lift the cup up just a little bit, not enough so it can get out and slide that. He had like a manila folder or something. And he put that, like a file folder, he put that up underneath it so it would, trap him and then turn the cup over and then take him outside. So if you ever need to know how to trap a squirrel or a spider or something that you don't want to kill and get it back out where it goes, there you go. A tip for you. I love those little tree frogs. I think they are just so cute. And Antonio says, get them, my crochet story. Her name is Maureen. And by the way, Maureen is part of the Twisted Fiber Friends, and they're going to be at Coco's today. Cocktails and crochet with Coco. Did I already tell y'all this? I feel like I did. And Bougie Amanda, Scraptastic Crocheter. She's going to be on too. So 2 places to squirrel raid. I said exactly that. And Be My Light Crochet says hello to me and everyone. Look at all that pretty blue. She said, good job, mods. I have seen me. I probably in the channel with the most mods ever. Hey, Denise Hoffman. And Antonio's saying hey to some folks. Hello and happy Sunday. Hugs to you and yours. You're so welcome, Miss Connie. I hope folks will help you. And Lillian, I gave you a thanks for that super chat. Thanks again so very much. Jen Reeves, hey pumpkin pie. Says hey to me and hey squirrels. It's Ivy that calls me pumpkin, but I call you pumpkin pie anyway. And folks are showing some emoji. Oh, those were the dancing emojis whenever the little thank you song was playing. Shuggy Pat says, Sola, since I'm not a content creator, I don't get any special features, she says. Not Magic Roberta is in the house. She made it. Yes, you did. Antonio says, shake what your mama gave you. Mr. or Miss Dancing Squirrel, LOL. That panda dude is all kind of cool, ain't he? DK Jen, you sleepy, honey? I know you up all hours because I see you at folks' chats. She's over in the UK, Yorkshire. I've been there. I'd love to go back and visit. And more Poor folks telling each other how to do. Oh, Deb says, the place we were looking at fell through. It was a scam. Oh my gosh. My mom wants us out by the end. This is your mom? Oh my gosh. Wants us out by the end of June, but she wants us to wait for the housing market to go down. So confused. Your mama needs to be sweet and don't be ugly. But it is good she wants the market to go down. But yeah, by the end of the month, oh my gosh. Oh, Roberta said, Sola, sorry she had, oh, so it was Roberta that was dropping the other links, the CC links. Thank you so much. Said sorry she had to bail on her. And Pandemonium Express, Antonio says sending Panda Mojo and hugs to all who need them. That's awful sweet. Hey, Kristen F. How to do to everybody. Roberta said, first time in a few months, I had bulletproof coffee this morning. I've been ponging off the walls. Not pinging, but ponging. Hey, Carly Crochets. Brenda Land. Hey, my sweet pea. I got to get over to your house. I saw your comment the other day. I'm like, Brenda. Brenda and I go way, 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 way back. And Noni May and several folks. Let's see. Deb says, I don't want to take the first thing that's available to just turn around and be back at my mom's. Oh, I got you. And Antonio says, LOL, that tree frog got home and told his frog homies, you would never believe what happened. No, right. This big old red solo cup came down. Of course, it was white on the inside. Shiggy Pat says, caffeine makes her climb the walls and the trees. I wish it did me. But y'all know I take these high-powered doggone pain pills, which make me sleepy and I can't get diddly squat done. And I think it's what caused and the surgeon does too, what caused my bones to be messed up. Y'all pray I go have my bone density test. I thought it was tomorrow, but it is Tuesday. So, if it turns out, I don't know what it's got to show, but whatever it's, I told you that my doc said that, not the surgeon, my regular doc, says after I have the bone density test, I guess it's got to show a certain whatever that I need to have these high powered and high dollar shots. You take one a month for a year, and it's supposed to strengthen your bones really quickly, which I am all for. And I've already talked to my pain clinic doctor about weaning off the high-powered meds that cause it all. But who knows, since I've been taking them for ages, how long it'll take for that process to go. But anyway, I'm hoping. I hate for the bone density test to be bad, but it's got to be. But I want my insurance to pay for those shots, because if they don't pay, there would be no way I could do it. And then after the year is up, and my doctor doesn't do that in his office, I'd have to go to Salisbury, but that's all right. It's just a few more miles up the road. But after that year, then there's a shot, an injection that I can take every 6 months that keeps them strong, I guess. And I can't have that at my doctor's office. Hey, Shirley, if I didn't already say. And Denisha is here. Hey, darling. I bet you replied back to my reply to your message, and I didn't look at it yet. Denise said, speaking of men on YouTube, anyone know what's going on with Hey Fiber Friends? I don't know. I don't know that channel, Hey Fiber Friends. Does anybody? Sula says, Deb, I agree, and I'm praying for you. Roberta, it's not magic, says Denisha, my queen of the yarn. Michael says, Denise Hoffman, I wish I knew. Let's see. Jen says she'll be the whipped cream on top of the pumpkin pie. Hee hee hee. All right. All right, all right, all right. And Deb says, thank you, Sola, for keeping us in your prayers. Yes, a lot of us will be doing that. Jen says, hey, handsome Zach. Denisha says, well, part of me wants to cuss people out. Part of me wants to let it ride. Let it ride. Let the Lord handle it. And Zach wants us to call her Denisha D or Dee Dee. Look at her name. I didn't look at it. I mean, I read it, and then I was still calling her Denisha. The artist formerly known as Deni. I was calling her Deni and not Denisha. Sula says, Jen, how's your hubby? She's praying. Yes. How is your hubby? Zach says, I'm sorry. And we'll let that sorry slide. And Denisha says, Roberta, okay, thank you. New mama, I'm going to be good. And Shiggy Pat says, as always, continued prayers and positive thoughts. Yes. Denisha says, Gloria, I love you, honey. Yes, thank you to everybody that has subscribed to me and all of our folks here and who can help with watch hours. I think I'm okay, but other folks that Sula's dropping links for and you see they need help with watch time, or anybody that says they do, let's help them out, like Connie. And Sula says, Jen, woohoo, I'm so happy. And Chandler, hey, sweetheart. She said she just got home from Charlotte about 20 minutes ago. All right. What were you doing in Charlotte? Antonio says, hello, sweet Jen. Hope you are doing better and hope your hubby is healing well and feeling better. And Jen Reed says, Sola, you the bestest. Miguel, who knows? I hope your weather's much better, you and Shuggy Pat. And Zach says, how was it, Chandler? Deb says, hi, Zach. How are you? Brenda's showing praying hands. And Sola is too. Thank you so much. And Denisha's moving her seat next to Roberta. And Jen says, he's doing just fine. Went back to work already. That is great news. Very great news. Thank you, Denisha, for the prayers. And anybody that needs prayers, remember to look in my description box. It's always Denisha's channel link is always the top link in my description box. You go to her channel, go to her community tab, and leave a post on her most, or she might have a place to just put the prayers or whatever her most current post is. You can just leave it in a comment there and she'll get your prayer request where it needs to be. Or if you just want to go there to see who to pray for. Roberta says, come on over, Denisha. We'll keep each other in trouble, maybe. I don't think so. No, Roberta, I totally missed it. Did anyone, but I can watch the replay. Roberta, not magic, said, did anyone catch Cliff's first live last night? Miguel says, prayers for a grieving family in his town. No time to share here. So for sure, let's pray for them too. Zach says, oh, shoot, I need to play that trivia game with Green. It's okay. Just when you think about it, I don't do it all the time. Sula says, yes, Roberta, but my internet died up. Ruh-roh. Darcy is praying for everyone and for healing. Roberta says her phone needs updated. It dies too fast now, but money is an object. Ain't it though? And Denisha says she's going to start a new project. Hey, Nana Donna, pack cupcake for me. Shirley says, did Hey Fiber Friends take his channel down? I can't help you with that. I don't know, but hopefully somebody does. Nana Michelle came in, Deb. She's lurking. She's working and lurking. Roberta says, Denisha, since I'm the oldest in the room, I earned the mama title. Oh, Denisha says, surely, yes, he did. He was bullied by his subscribers. How terrible. Terrible, terrible. Hey, Flower Tammy. Oh, no, Miguel says his chicken yard is flooded. He posted a pic on his community page. Oh, no, poor chicks and roosters and got goose. Denisha said, Roberta, we talked. You can be my adopted mom. Okay. And Shirley said, oh, Denisha, that's awful. I liked watching him, so peaceful, and I didn't know him. And Denisha said, surely there's a lot of bullies in the YouTube streets. There are. They make it in here every once in a while, but y'all whack a troll right quick. And Roberta said, it's so stupid bullying online. At least be brave enough to do it like face to face. But hopefully no. And that's why it's so easy to do it, because they don't have to. It's the chicken's way, you know. I just don't like confrontation. I like my little happy bubble where everybody loves one another and we give each other group hugs. Sarah Mahoney, hello, sweetheart. Yes, I'm having a great weekend. Hope everybody is. Linda is here. Marianne says she's going to sit on the side and sew a gazillion ends in. You do that, girl. Go up to the bougie squirrel nest. And Shirley says there certainly is, Denisha, and a lot in the last few weeks. Hey, Angela Wright, I'm doing great. Glad you are. Drinking that water and working on that butterfly shawl. And let's see. Marianne said, yes, Greg did take his channel down over a week ago. So that's his name, Greg. Denise Hoffman said, that makes me so sad. Bullies suck. Yes, they sure do. Hugh Linda said, that's such an awful thing to do to Greg. Yes, it does. Oh, well, Miguel, that would make sense. Goose Esther does love to swim around. Duh. I remember I had a book, I think it was a little golden book, but I remember that I used to read it all the time or have mom or dad read it to me. Mrs. Duck has a lovely day. And she kept wanting it. You know, there was no rain. All the little puddles that she used to swim in were all dried up. And finally they got a rainy day and she just loved it. It's a cute little book. Kristen F says, I agree, GrannyDee. I like the Yarny Happy Bubble. Yes, yes. It might not be realistic, but if you don't have to be. But, you know, be positive. It's no fun being grumpy and negative and stuff. Shirley says to Panda, maybe he'll come back. He's so sweet. And let's say some prayers for Greg. Jeanette, it's okay. Yes, better late than never. Glad I wasn't late today. Yesterday was terrible. I was just talking to y'all for 20-some minutes. Good gracious, I should have realized something was going on. And Linda said, surely he sure could crochet fast. Hey, Miss Susan. How are you, nice sweet sunflower Ashley? Antonio said, I hope he does. I've heard nothing but good things about his content. And Roberta says, I stay in a bubble. If things get to making me feel negative, I leave and take a break. Good idea. Shirley says, right. It was fascinating to watch how fast Greg was. And Denisha says, Shirley, Juan, the yarn addict, is trying to get him to come back to YouTube. Well, that's good. And Marianne, Mama Winch, says, dang it, sitting back, minding my own business, and I throw myself out of the live. Oh, no. Well, he took his channel down, Deb. He took his channel down. Hey, Tracy. All right, let's show you some RDAF. And then we'll finish that little knitting and men trivia game we started yesterday. Cheers and tables, like Mama would have said. This is what I'm drinking. From Susan and Sweet Sunflower Ashley. And I love this stuff. Oh, my word, it's so good. You other folks that have sent me tea, I'm drinking yours too. I do. I do. I think I'm going to show you all the same kind of yarn today. I think this is my very favorite color of the facet yarn. You can get it at Michael's. I think they still have it there. You know, I don't get out and about anymore, hardly. Well, a few weeks ago, Hannah and I went to Michael's and it was still there then. So I feel sure it is. Even though it says new, it's not that new. Well, it was new when I got it, I reckon. Duh. So facets, and it has 279 yards. It so reminds me of Unforgettable. It's a roving type yarn. And this was a whole lot like I think the color was called Polo in the Unforgettable. It's got a little fuzz in there. It's a weight of 4, recommends a J hook. It's 100% acrylic, and the name of this one is Autumn. Y'all know. Well, I love purple and brown together, but I also love a fall palette just like this. Gorgeous. This would make one of a beautiful reading shawl. Like this one. If anybody missed it, I started something different. You believe it? My brother always puts a napkin up to him to like a clothing protector. When I was at the joint, the nursing home, they were very respectful of the elderly, and they did not call them bibs. They called it a clothing protector. So I told Buck I was going to make him one, but I called it a bib. And I think he's fine with that. I was thinking this might make a good shape. And just do a little string on there so he can tie. But yeah, this is Anya from, I've already shown it one time, but this is for those who came in later. Anya from Ophelia Talks. This is her Agatha's Reading Shawl, and the link is on my community tab. And I'll show this crazy yarn again. The Cinnamon Swirl Citrus Twist is the name of this funky color. It might be ugly, but keep me warm. And here's another facet. All these have the same deets, of course. And the color of this is a lollipop. Lollipop, lollipop, ooh, lolly, lollipop. Lollipop, ba-doom, doom, doom. I think all the colors are, well, there was like maybe one or two that I didn't get. This one is chalk, I want to say. Nope. This is Ember. Nice neutrals. Again, the yardage is 279 yards. I didn't tell you what that was in meters, 256 meters. Pretty, pretty. And then we have a lavender colorway. Let's see what it's called. Violet. A little better on that end. Any of y'all have this? And have you made anything out of it yet? I got a ton of it, but I haven't. Y'all know I started something. I started something with it. And this is the last piece of RDAF today. This is a pretty one. This is a sparkling one. They have just a few that have sparkles. And can you see the sparkles? Maybe a little bit down in here. It's all over, trust me, but. And it just says facets too. It doesn't. It's still the same yardage and everything. It doesn't say sparkle or anything. But it differs in the makeup just 1%. 99% acrylic, 1% polyester for the sparkly bits. I must have used part of it or didn't. It's just not exactly right there. That's pretty. The color of this, did I tell you what it was? Ocean Jasper. Ocean Jasper. Let me see what y'all be saying about the RDAF. Recommended daily allowance of fiber. Hope it keeps you regular. Hope it keeps you regular. Oh, Maureen says the teals and browns are her favorite. Oh, my gracious. Denisha says, so Antonio is a stripper? What? Panda said, I'm going backwards. LMAO, Michael out here putting out my secrets. Oh, Michael said Cinnamon Swirl was Panda's dancing name. Oh my gosh. Denisha says, I love cinnamon swirl cakes. Hey, Storms, Radios, and Cats. Welcome, welcome. He's saying pretty colors. Hey, Rockin' Amma Creations, Miss Mary. Sula said, yeah, be a great shirt protector. Is Inga here? Yes, she is. Hey, Inga. Tracy says she loves facets. And Roberta says she keeps forgetting to look for that tea. Yeah, I usually tell you about it, but I don't show you the packet. So I just thought I would. It's Twinings. I'll show it again. Raspberry lemon, and I love it, love it, love it, love it. Raspberry's like my all-time favorite flavor, I think. And Roberta says, I like facets. I have a pattern for a knit scarf I want to use using that yarn. Yeah, Denisha, I love Unforgettable. She says, Unforgettable needs to be forgotten. LOL. But since they have as long as they have something comparable, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, Denisha is talking about when you have to frog it. It's not fun. And Mary, Rockin' Amma said, Rockin' Amma Creation says hello to everybody. And Susan says this is the 4th anniversary of Sunflower's diagnosis. She was in the hospital with numerous problems. I'm making one of her favorite meals, candied Polynesian spare ribs. Wow, does that ever sound exotic and yummy? Fried cabbage, which is not only so good, but so good for you, and so is sweet taters. And cornbread. And oh my gosh, I love some cornbread. Buck and I've been, doing the DoorDash. I got him into it big time. Every couple of days, he'll order $100 worth of Cracker Barrel. But it'll be meals for the whole week. But we had a whole box of cornmeal muffins. I said, we got to eat some serious cornbread muffins before so they don't be molding on us. Kristen says she has that reading show on her to-do list. I would highly recommend it. I'm so glad that Shuggy Pat said something about it. It seems like somebody else told me about it too. Hey, Kivia. I don't believe I told you hello. And Roberta said, I keep saying I'm going to do that scarf, but other things, orders, keep taking priority. And Panda says, Cinnamon Swirl, I like ye. The name or the yarn? Denisha says, no, GrannyDee. So I talk about getting yarn. Oh, me, oh, my. The teal and the browns are my favorites, says Maureen. I think I did say that. And I went backwards in the chat to see what y'all had been saying. Tracy says she's got the facet sparkle and it is beautiful. Anisha is asking innocent questions. Okay. Sarah says she's got 5 or 6 of the facets for MJ's Off the Hook Granny Pop cardigan. It's dark teal brown and maybe creamish. Antonio says, I ain't going to self-incriminate, Denisha. Shiggy Pat says, Ashley, if you're lurking, I love you, girlfriend. Come see us when you can. And I second that. And I'm always keeping her in my prayers. And I know Shiggy Pat and a whole lot of other folks do too. Swilla says, beautiful colors, GrannyDee. Denisha says, well, how about them red socks? I love you, Denisha. Roberta says, inquiring minds need to know now. Sarah says, I've made a few things with it. A couple of scarves. She loves it. Antonio says, I ain't a stopper, but a 20 is a 20. Got that face with the tongue sticking out. Denisha says, Roberta, well, it's time for me to have some water and be quiet. No, don't. It'd be so much fun. Folks talking to one another. Sarah says, the only thing she don't get is that unforgettable is washable and dryable and facets is hand wash only. That is weird. I didn't notice that. But when I take time to make something, if I ever get a FO, which is a rare occasion, I hand wash. Me too. So I'm so happy that Buck and I are behaving ourselves and not getting into it. Just that one time we did, and it was over absolutely nothing. We got over it quick. He got over it quicker than I did. And I thought, what was it even about? Hush. Or quit hushing. I clam up and I get mad. Roberta's got to head out, business and things. Hugs all. Uh-oh, Antonio's doing a little shimmy for you, GrannyDee. Woo! I'm imagining it. Sola says, I love these lives. I love it that you love it because you sure do work hard for it. I feel like But anyway, you said it's okay, so I'm glad. Let's finish this. Let's finish this knitting trivia thing, won't you? Okay, we're at number 6 and out of 10. Which English earl, famous for leading the ill-fated charge of the Light Brigade, had a woolen garment named after him? The Earl of Longsocks, the Earl of Cardigan, the Duke of Glove, Viscount Pullover. And remember, it's an earl, so only 2 of them are earls, the Earl of Longsocks and the Earl of Cardigan. I'm with Cardigan. What y'all think? I got to keep this up here so I can see what y'all be saying. Sula's in her happy place. I'm so glad. I know, right? They make the wrong answer so, it's so easy because the wrong answers are so obvious that they're wrong. Okay, 7. This very famous American artist and knitter, remember this was about men and knitting. Very famous American artist and knitter still travels about lecturing on his highly original and colorful designs and promoting the sale of his beautiful yarns. What is his name? And I did the hints thing, so I'm just going to give you 2 choices. I got no idea. None of these names sound American, but then America's the melting pot, isn't it? Carlos Hernandez or Kaffe, first name, last name Fassett. What y'all say? Darcy is going with long socks. A, Carlos Hernandez, or C, that Cafe Fassat, or however you say it. Quilty says the cafe dude. Oh, Michael said Carlos. You sure about that? Sola's going with Carlos. Okay, and also Shirley says A, so we'll go with Carlos. Number 8, another English nobleman gave his name to a style of sleeve. Y'all gonna know this. Oh, it has crazy wrong answers, and you just know it anyway. English nobleman gave his name to a style of sleeve which involves a diagonal seam from the neckline to under the arm rather than a seam along the shoulder. What is this style called? I bet you know it without me even saying the choices. But I will anyway, just because they're funny. A, saddle shoulder sleeve. B, raglan sleeve. C, set-in sleeve. D, batwing sleeve. Lillian says raglan. Shirley says raglan. Hey, China, the crochet queen. How are you, darling? That's a lot of sleeves, Antonio says. China says hello to everybody. So raglan, right? Number 9. We're about out of time. Is it true that during World War II, boys were taught to knit to make warm items for the fighting men? True or yes or no? A is yes, B, well, just yes or no. I know women did, but since this is about guys with knitting, I would think the answer would be yes, don't you? Michael says yes. True. Shirley says true. All right, I'm going with those. Last one. 10. The Anglican bishop of which of these cities played an important role in the British woolen industry wrote A History of Hand Knitting? And I'm going to only give you 2 choices because I did the hint, which knocked out 2 choices. It's either A, the Bishop of Sheffield, or B, the Bishop of, I think it's pronounced Leicester, Leicester. DK Jen can let me know if if she hasn't gone to sleep on us yet, which I'm totally would understand it if she has. Michael says Bishop of Sheffield. Anybody else? What you say? Panda says Mr. Sheffield, and insert nanny voice here. Mr. Sheffield? Okay, everybody saying Sheffield. All right, let's check our answers right quick. And then squirrel right over to Coco's or to Scraptastic Crocheter. That's Amanda. Which English king who gave up his throne to marry a divorcee? And one of y'all told me the name. And it was a cool name too, and I can't think of it. The lady's name. Made Fair Isle pullovers into a fashionable garment in the 1920s, and it was Edward VIII, and that's what I picked. Wallace. Her name was Wallace. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it doesn't say here. Okay, number 2. Y'all gave me James Norbury for the answer, and that was right. The question was, what is the name of the famous English knitting expert who was the head designer of Patons and became a popular personality through his knitting show on BBC? And he lived from 1904 to 1972. This James Norbury says he was totally devoted to knitting, and it has a whole bunch of other stuff here. I thought we might have missed this one. Number 3, the Harry Potter question says, which member of the staff at Hogwarts, Harry Potter School, said that he read Muggle magazines because he liked the knitting patterns? I said Slughorn because that's what a couple people said, but the correct answer was Dumbledore, the headmaster. It said he revealed in that he enjoys chamber music, 10-pin bowling, as well as reading knitting patterns. 4, we got right. Charles Dickens created the most memorable knitter in fiction in his book, A Tale of Two Cities, or A Sale of Two. What is her name? And it was Madame Therese Defarge. And like I say, there's a whole bunch of extra information on this. It said, she sat in her wine shop with her knitting and encoded the names of those who were to be beheaded into her stitches. Wow. 5 said knitting by men was common in some occupations in the Scottish Isles. And which occupation was it not usual? And of course, it was lawyers. The other ones were, what were they? Shepherds, and I forget the other ones. Fishermen. I've forgotten the other one, but anyway, lawyers was the odd man out. And 6, which English earl famous for leading the ill-fated Charge of the Light Brigade had a woolen garment named after him? We got it right. The Earl of Cardigan. Carlos was not the correct answer for the very famous American artist and knitter who travels around lecturing on his highly original and colorful designs and promoting the sale of his beautiful yarns. It was the Cafe Dude. Kaffe. Facet. Fassett, or Facet. We got number 8 right. Raglan sleeve. I'm not going to read the question because we're out of time or over time. And is it true that during WW2, boys were taught to knit to make warm items for the fighting men? And it was yes. And we missed the last one. Instead of Bishop of Sheffield, it was the Bishop of Leicester, or however you pronounce Leicester. I love y'all bunches, and I'm so glad we do have all of you who enjoy fiber arts, but today was kind of in honor of our men folk who do it. Love you bunches. Be sweet. Don't be ugly. I'll see you over at Coco's and Bougie Amanda's Cocktails and Crochet by Coco, with Coco. The Twisted Fiber friends are over there. And Scraptastic Crocheter is the other one. Go in saying squirrel ray, please and thanks. Boop, bitty boop, 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 boop.